Hi, my name is Jacques, and today I'll be trying to help debunk a video that's going around with a person who uses a little tube connected to a device to measure how much oxygen that he's taking in. And the reason I want to debunk this video is because it's the wrong tool for the job he's trying to show. See, I contacted the maker of the device. The company's name is Industrial Scientific, and the device is an MX6 iBrid 6-gas monitor. I asked the company, is this device being used in the proper way? They said absolutely not. I then asked the company, what is this device for? And they went on to say it's to measure oxygen levels in small areas so that people know whether it's safe to go in with or without a tank of air. Places like mine shafts, sewer areas like that. It's not designed for human trials. And he went on to say, which I honestly didn't think about, people wear masks all the time in hospital settings. Doctors, nurses, stuff like that, for surgery. If this was such a problem with headaches and stuff, somebody would have come up with a device already. I thought that was a pretty fair assumption. Now, there are devices out there that do measure your oxygen levels in your bloodstream. I actually have a device. I have lung challenges, and I got this particular device over 30 years ago. Now, it's not top of the line anymore, but it still works. I don't use it often enough to warrant spending money to buy a new one. You can actually buy them now. They're about $30, $40 on Amazon, and they're actually smaller, more compact. If I have problems breathing, I'm not going to be wearing this device. I'm just going to the hospital. That's the facts of life. This device is actually the correct device to use, and I'll link down below in my YouTube description link area on how it works and what it does. But what it is there's a little laser in here that this goes over your finger, and the laser goes through your finger, and it measures how much oxygen is in your bloodstream. Now, that's more important than how much oxygen you're taking in. Well, wait a minute. Why is that more important? How much oxygen you're taking in? Well, here's the thing. Your lungs do one job only, and they do that job very well. That's to take gases and put them into your bloodstream. That's the only job the lung has. The lung actually has no muscles at all. The muscle part that you use for the lungs to work properly is actually your diaphragm. Now, this was something I didn't really fully realize until about 5, maybe 6 years ago. See, when I was 10, I had one unique thing happen to me. I didn't die. How is that a unique thing, right? Well, that's a play off of Nietzsche's quote, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." So, I had a surgery, stomach pull-through it's called, and during that time I had a complication where my left lung collapsed. And then I had further complications. The left carotid artery ruptured, they removed it, and they removed the left nerve to the vocal cord. Gone. A little after that, or a little before, I can't really remember, I had a wonderful music teacher. And she explained to me, and most of the other class, to use your diaphragm to project your voice. Now, I did that so that I could speak louder and more robustly. So over the next 30 years or so, inadvertently, I worked and I made my abdominal muscles much stronger. So that helped in the future. Flash forward, got older, stuff. My lungs were still pretty strong, but they don't, nothing stays strong forever. So my lung doctor talked to me about different things. We tried, and some worked, some didn't. Later on, I went through pulmonary rehab. Went through it, got a t-shirt, don't know if you can read it, but totally did. And one of the portions of pulmonary rehab is the training aspects of it. And every Tuesday, or every other Tuesday, my lung doctor, or at this time, he was my previous lung doctor, who I had known for roughly 30 years, would teach a class and explain different things. And one of the things we discussed on building my breathing stronger was training masks. Now the company that I reached out to actually has a factory, a plant here in Cadillac. And I talked a little bit more about them to my lung doctor, and he explained to me that he thought it'd be a good fit, just find the right one for me. So I reached out to them. They were very cool. The company's called TraningMask. I'll leave a link down below. And they hooked me up with the version 3. And the version 3 is good, but it didn't work well for me, unfortunately, because by this time my lungs were a little bit stronger than what version 3 was designed for. So when I found a version 2 on sale, I picked it up to try it out. Here's version 2. Now this little guy has baffles in each one of these little spots, and these here have different hole settings. I've got it maxed out. I use this about 10 to 20 minutes a day. And this really just, it helps clear the stuff out of my lung, and it just helps. So if you're gonna get one to try out and you have lung challenges, you need to talk to your doctor first. So let's talk about some of the other masks. Now, this is an N95 mask. These guys are the kings of the kings. They are there to stop everything and anything, and they work. However, this I can only wear about 30 minutes. Then I'm huffing and puffing. So this one, I wouldn't be able to wear very long, especially in the humid and the heat that is right now. Now, a friend of mine was nice to hook me up with this guy. I really like this. This thing is adjustable. It's very, very durable, rewashable. I like that aspect. But then again, this is about as thick and as strong as the N95 masks. I'm not able to wear this very long. These two masks immediately told me that this summer was going to be a very challenging summer for me. I wasn't going to be a happy camper if I had to go out with these masks. There's just no way I'd be able to do much. So, this is your typical standard disposable mask. Now this is a disposable mask for a reason. You should only use 3 max. I wouldn't use anywhere beyond 3, and then toss it. You're gonna pretty much block a lot of stuff, not everything, but you're gonna block quite a bit. But you don't want to keep this for longer than 3 uses. Now this, and I may leave a link below. This is one of my designed masks that I use now. It's washable. I usually hand wash this every few days. I hand wash it, and I can actually, with this, I can stay out with the humidity about an hour and a half. 2 hours usually max before it overheated and pretty exhausted. So that's kind of good. I like that fact. This is another, allegedly this is washable, but this fabric is very, very thin. It's easy to breathe through. You can hand wash this, but this was about $3. Once it wears out, this feels like the material, my training mask. This feels like thinner material my trainer mask uses. Once this wears out, you might as well just toss it, buy a new one. So, the reason we're talking about masks, according to that video, people are complaining about headaches. So that guy used a device that is not intended for the use he's trying for. And although his intentions are good, I wish he did his homework better. So he used a cloth, or used a standard mask, disposable mask, similar to this. Now, here's the thing. If this gives you headaches or any other breathing challenges, if it makes you feel like you're breathing through a straw or whatever, do not rely on devices to tell you you have a problem. Go to the doctor because you have a problem. This is the thinnest style material mask that I have found. That is one of the easier masks to breathe through. So if you're having problems breathing through this, then you have problems. Get them fixed. Now, if you have a gut, your abdominal muscles are doing double work. They're pushing up and pushing out because your gut. So you may just be overweight. But you may have asthma, you may have heart condition, you may have all kinds of different things. So devices can't tell you what you have. They can just tell you you have a problem. But if you're having a problem with these, you don't need devices to tell you that. So let's fire this bad dog up. Now right now, 91 with, according to my about 37% humidity. I think it might be a little off on that. but we'll go with that. So, according to this, you can see the numbers. Anything below a 92 is you can sit down, relax, and get your breath. Anything below 90 is probably a good idea to get to the doctor or hospital. At least call your doctor. He can advise you on what to do next. So, got a 94, 95. That's pretty good. Now keep in mind, I have lung challenges, and I'm standing here talking. So, and it's pretty hot. I wanted to wait till it was pretty toasty to make this video so you could be like seeing. Now we're gonna put on a mask. Now with the mask, the CDC has said any mask you have, the best type to help protect from the virus would be one that's form-fitting all around your face. So basically, it creates a nice seal. Now, I'll be linking down below what CDC recommends so that you know yourself. You can do follow-up work. I'll also be linking down below another website that has different types of lung tests that can only be performed via hospital setting or a doctor's office, or your doctor orders those tests and you go to the hospital for them, because they're tests that have certain reasons to be performed, to discuss with your doctor. You don't just go to the hospital and sign up. You don't just go buy these machines. This machine, you can. Now, with this machine now, and I didn't notice this till I was cleaning it up. This is I did receive this through a medical supply company at the time. This is over 30 years old. But it has on the bottom, notice, device not approved for home use by a non-healthcare professional. I never really noticed that till now, but this is the same style device. If you go to the hospital, they'll put something similar. It's not painful. It's just on your finger. A lot of times it's your index. Sometimes for babies, they'll put it on their toes. So I'm trying to talk to move a little, to wear me out a little bit more. But as you can see, we got a 93, 94, Now if I was walking around, that's obviously gonna drop. But just like if other people were walking around, that would drop too. So what this indicates is, yes, I'm breathing in a little heavier to compensate for the mask, but my oxygen levels are not dropping dramatically due to wearing the mask. They are dipping, and it's not something I can sustain for long periods. But the heart picks up the pulse because the body's like, hey, we need more oxygen. Heart's like, oh, all right, let's send it down some more oxygen. So the heart picks up the pace, and the abdominal muscles kick into a little bit more gear, and then the lungs start pumping a little faster. In all fairness, I am doing this during the hotter part of the day in my home so that you can see what it looks like when I'm more down. Not out, just down. That's the device. If you're really curious, I want to give a big shout out to Industrial Scientific. They were awesome when I called, talked to them. Very grateful to them. I want to give a big shout out to my friend who gave me my first washable mask. Thank you. And I want to give a big shout out to everybody watching this. Thank you for taking the time to go through the whole thing. All the links that I've mentioned will be in the description box on the YouTube video where I'm linking this from. So if you're like, hey, where's the links? And you find it on another social media platform, you gotta go to the YouTube video. Hey, if you're there, go ahead and give me a subscribe and like the video. Or leave a comment. Tell me what your thoughts are and how you're handling the masks and breathing and stuff. I want to hear from you guys. Hey, again, thank you for your stay healthy. Remember, knowledge earned yourself equals success. That is the keys to life.